Most people think being rich starts with one magic number, a big salary, a fancy house, maybe $1 million. But here's the twist. A person can make $200,000 a year and still feel broke. Another person can make far less and quietly build real wealth. So what actually makes you rich? The answer is not what most people think, and one number near the end might completely change how you see money. Number one, rich is not the same as high income. A lot of beginners mix up income and wealth. Income is money coming in every month. Wealth is what you keep. That means your savings, investments, home equity, and other assets, minus what you owe. Here's a simple example. Jake earns $180,000 a year, but he has car payments, credit card debt, a huge mortgage, and almost no savings. Mia earns $75,000 a year, but she has no bad debt, saves every month, and invests for the future. Jake looks rich. Mia is becoming rich. That's why income can make you look wealthy, but net worth tells the real story. Number two, the word rich means different things to different people. This is where it gets interesting. Many Americans say it takes around $2.1 million in net worth to be considered wealthy in their area, while the level for feeling financially comfortable is much lower. So even in people's minds, comfortable and rich are not the same thing. That matters because if you chase the wrong target, you may never feel like you have enough. For one person, rich means never worrying about bills. For another, it means retiring early. For someone else, it means taking care of family without stress. So before you ask how much money makes you rich, ask a better question. What kind of life am I trying to buy?
Number three, net worth is the number that really counts. If you want one core money number, this is it, net worth. Net worth equals to everything you own minus everything you owe. If you have $50,000 in savings and investments, $20,000 in home equity, and $10,000 in debt, your net worth is $60,000. This number matters because it shows whether your money is working for you or whether your bills are owning you. A rich life is not built by spending more. It is built by stacking assets over time. Number four, being rich starts with breathing room. Before yachts and luxury watches, wealth starts with something much less flashy, margin. Can you pay your bills without panic? Can you handle a surprise expense? Can you go 1 month without feeling like everything will collapse? That may sound basic, but it is powerful. In the Federal Reserve's 2024 report, 63% of adults said they could cover a $400 emergency expense using cash or its equivalent. That means a big chunk of people still do not have a strong buffer. So for beginners, your first version of rich may simply be this: 1 month of bills saved, then 3 months, then 6. That is not boring. That is freedom. Number 5. Rich people usually own more than they owe. This is the part many people skip because it's not glamorous. Rich people often look ordinary because their money is tied up in assets, not constant spending. They may own index funds, retirement accounts, a business, or a paid-down home. They're not always trying to look rich every weekend. Think about 2 neighbors. One leases a luxury SUV, upgrades phones every year, and carries credit card balances. The other drives an older car, maxes out retirement contributions, and invests every month.
10 years later, the second neighbor often wins by a mile because getting rich is usually quiet at first. Number 6. Lifestyle creep can make a big salary feel small. This is one of the biggest traps in personal finance. You get a raise, then a bigger apartment, then a nicer car, then more dinners out, then better clothes, then subscriptions, then vacations you deserve. Soon, your income goes up, but your life does not feel easier. That is why some people with 6-figure incomes still feel stuck. Their spending rose as fast as their pay. Real wealth grows when your income rises faster than your lifestyle. A smart rule for beginners is simple. Every time your income goes up, send part of that raise straight to savings or investing before your spending can eat it. Number 7, your age changes the number. A 22-year-old and a 62-year-old should not use the same wealth target. If you were younger, being rich might mean building habits, avoiding bad debt, and reaching your first $100,000 in net worth. If you are older, it may mean having enough invested to live without working. The Federal Reserve's Survey of Consumer Finances shows that net worth rises across age groups over time, and families closer to retirement tend to hold much more wealth than younger families. So don't compare your Chapter 1 to someone else's Chapter 20. A better question is, am I building faster than last year? Number 8. Rich is also about cash flow. Net worth matters, but cash flow matters too. You can own valuable things and still feel trapped if your monthly money is tight.
That is why some people with a high net worth still do not feel rich. Maybe their money is locked in a house. Maybe they have big fixed costs. Maybe their investments are growing, but their day-to-day life still feels stressful. Real wealth is when your assets produce income or lower your stress. For example, if your investments pay dividends, your savings earn interest, or your home is paid down enough to reduce pressure, that creates room in your life. That room is part of being rich. Number 9, time can be more valuable than more dollars. Here is a question that changes everything. If you had to choose, would you rather make more money but have no time, or make a little less and control your schedule? A lot of people say they want to be rich, but what they really want is choice. Choice to leave a bad job, choice to take time off, choice to help family, choice to sleep at night without fear. That is why richness is not only about the size of your bank account, it's also about how much of your life belongs to you. Number 10. The first $100,000 matters more than most people think. Your first $100,000 in net worth is hard because at first you are doing most of the work. You are saving it, earning it, protecting it. Later, compounding starts helping more. That is why the beginning feels slow, very slow. Imagine two people each invest $500 a month. At first, progress feels tiny. But after years of consistency, growth can start speeding up because the money you already saved begins earning more money too. This is where many people quit too early. Do not. Number 11. You do not need to be a millionaire to feel rich. This may be the most surprising part. Some people feel rich with $300,000 invested in low expenses. Others do not feel rich with millions because their lifestyle is huge and their stress is bigger than their balance. So the true answer is not one universal number. It is this: you are actually rich when your assets, income, and habits create security, freedom, and options. For some people, that starts at $50,000 in net worth and no consumer debt. For others, it starts when they hit $500,000 invested. For others, it may take much more, but the feeling often starts before the giant number does. Number 12. The real formula for becoming rich. Here is the beginner version. Spend less than you earn, build an emergency fund, avoid high-interest debt, invest consistently, increase your income, keep lifestyle creep under control, repeat for years. That does not sound exciting, but that is exactly why it works. Most people are looking for a shortcut. Real wealth usually comes from simple moves done for a long time. And that brings us back to the big question. How much money makes you actually rich? Enough that money stops controlling every decision you make. Enough that emergencies do not break you. Enough that your future starts to look safer than your past. Enough that your time, not your bills, begins running your life. So maybe being rich is not about hitting one giant number at all. Maybe it is the moment you realize you can breathe, plan, sleep, and choose with less fear. That's when money stops being a source of panic and starts becoming a tool. What number feels rich to you in real life?